we're going to start off here. This is something that I call the off-season collection. And this is Cincy based. So we're going to start this campaign in Cincinnati for Cincinnati fans. Um, so yeah, so this is the first one, the off-season collection. If you follow me on Instagram, I've shared some of this stuff already. But yeah, I'm curious what you think about some of this stuff, Noah. Very simple. We've
Hmm.
got, really high quality sweatshirts. And one cool thing that Gary brought to my attention is this little tag here called a hem tag, which I
Yeah,
think is pretty
that's
cool.
well. I was looking at the picture and I couldn't make out what it says from how it was zoomed out, but I saw the
Yeah,
little tag and I was like, "Ooh, that looks cool." And
yeah,
then when you just zoomed in, when I saw what it says, that's even more cool. So that's pretty
yeah.
rad.
Nice. This one, I haven't showed this to anyone yet. Well, I
Hmm.
did show it to one person, Ben Baleen, because I knew he'd love it, and he
Yep.
did.
I could see without giving it away, a certain type of fan would like this one. It's very cool.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think this little tag is pretty sweet too.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then this guy, which
Classic.
it's classic. At first, I wasn't thinking about this color combo,
Hmm.
but I put a poll out on Instagram, and a lot of people like this one. So
Yeah.
I think it's pretty cool. It's I don't have a whole lot of sweatshirts that are that color, but
Mm-hmm.
it is classic.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, not to give it away, but it's pretty much like the Sunday uniform,
Mhm. Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
So
And
anyway,
I like the off-season collection aspect of it because obviously
yeah,
it is a sweatshirt, um, and it's off-season for us in the Midwest, and
yeah,
Cincinnati is, and in most of the country too, is it's sweatshirt weather. So I love that it's an
yeah,
off-season collection, but you still get an idea of like what it is that you're supporting, which is great.
yeah, for sure. So that's the off-season collection for Cincy. I did look at some other, we won't say this
Mhm.
team right now.
Yeah,
Go
this.
Dodgers. But uh this is something I put together that we're not ready to drop this yet, but
Mhm.
I think this is pretty cool.
Yeah, and I've seen this one before, and I this one was like, I want this one now. It's
Yeah.
super cool. It's super unique to this fan base, and something that, like, to me, it just like I can picture thousands of people wearing this like two games, or it's awesome. It's a great design. I love it, and yeah, it's really rad.
Awesome. I hope you're right about that.
Yeah.
Um, so one thing to note too, I think dropping this particular, all this will drop on Halloween.
Hmm.
That's the goal. But this one particular, this Halloween drop is
Oh
nice.
yeah,
It's just
that's perfect.
nice. It's nice,
Hmm.
nice, nice.
It fits the occasion.
So then you have the premium collection. So there's going to be different tiers, and you're going to get more than this stuff too. You're going to get, at a certain level, you'll get a piece of scorecard art, which I'll talk about later.
Hmm.
But really cool, totally unique scorecard from any game in MLB history that you want. So that's pretty exciting. But as a part of some of these higher tiers, it opens up your options. You can pick from the off-season collection, or at a higher tier, you can pick from the off-season collection or what I call the premium collection. These are two options here that are kind of unique in each one is unique in its own way.
Hmm.
This one I think is really interesting. This was a direct request from my friend Ryan Wilging. Shout out to Ryan Wilging. And I think it's a really cool idea.
Yeah,
And I think the
don't.
tag here is pretty sweet.
Yeah, the tag's great. The design of it's cool. It's Yeah. I don't want to give too much away, but
Yeah.
it's a really great sweatshirt, and it does look very premium to me. It looks like, okay,
Yeah.
like that's a high, that's a high premium piece of apparel right there for sure.
That's what we do here at Gameball Inc.
Yep.
It's always
Hmm.
premium. Always
Yep.
premium.
hmm and
This,
and just to say this one about this one too, it can fit multiple things. Like it can
yeah.
it can kind of satisfy multiple different ways of showing support.
Mm,
I think is a good way to say it without giving too much away. So
I like that. I agree.
mhm.
I agree. So this next one is really a throwback. We did a t-shirt version of this, gosh, going back probably 2014.
Hmm.
Um, I still have the t-shirts. I
I think
still
mom
wear
still
them.
wears it too. I think mom
Yeah,
has it. She wears it
yeah.
pretty
It's a
regularly
great
as well.
one. I did make some modifications to it.
hmm
Um, so I
This
won't give
one's
too much away there, but
Yeah, I won't give it too much away either on this, but if you are of a certain age, this one is gonna bring back some nostalgic memories for sure.
absolutely. Absolutely. And I love the tag here too. It's
Yeah.
just a little
hmm
nod um, to the old days.
I think that tag makes such a big difference. It
It's
it
really
adds something.
cool.
It's so minimal, but it adds a lot to it adds a lot to the design for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I hadn't even thought of this. And Gary Darna, shout out Gary Darna, micro merch. He brought it up, and yeah, I kind of just got my wheels turning.
Yeah.
I think it's just a cool little subtle element that I think will make it feel really premium.
hmm
Then lastly, we've got these hats. So I originally made this hat, and this was a pretty much a direct request from my wife, Brittany. She's like,
I could see Brittany wearing that. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
yeah, she's like, oh, these hats are on trend right now. I was like, really? And then
Yeah.
now I see them everywhere.
Uh-huh.
Um, so I like this one. This one on the left here, after talking with Gary, he kind of brought up, hey, here's some other brands that you could do when it comes to hats. And that got my wheels turning, because this is kind of more of like a traditional baseball cap, I would say.
hmm Yep.
It's not fitted, it's still adjustable. Maybe we'll have fitted caps at some point, but I really like this one. It's kind of the colors that we've been using in our brand. So
hmm Yeah, it's a great hat. I mean, I like both of those. Just looking at, the designs, like I could see myself if I had a hat and two sweatshirt combos, like I'm set for multiple weeks of just wearing that every day. So, it's great.
yeah,
I love the collection. I think people are going to be really I think people are going to love it.
cool. I think so too. I hope so too. I'm really excited. And I think it's a cool way to support the project. And on top of this, you're gonna get a pro subscription, Gameball Pro subscription for next year for
hmm
2025. So
Yep.
you'll be able to the app will be free and there will be a pro upgrade.
hmm
But as a part of this campaign, you'll just get that pro upgrade for 2025. So
Yeah.
that's really exciting too, to get people into the app, and you can reserve your screen name,
Oh, that's big.
which I think is an important part of it. Like
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
taking Chris, Chris. I'm just owning that.
Uh-huh.
But getting at Noah like that, think about having that on Twitter or Instagram or something. That's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
cool. That's pretty cool.
That is nice. I do like that.
So more to come there. But that's the supporter campaign. Really, really excited. More updates coming soon.
Yeah, and like Chris mentioned, the hope is for a Halloween sort of release where people can see. We've been very cryptic about what it's been releasing, but Halloween they'll be able to see these products.
Yeah.
And so that's the hope that we're pushing for right now, and a great time for holiday gifts too as well. If you want to, you got a baseball fan in your life, I mean, I think this would be a great gift. And it's
Yeah.
something that, like you said, it's a gift now, having the apparel, but then it's a gift for next year too. So it kind of it's kind of a double whammy there. So it's great.
Awesome.
hmm
Super excited. Can't wait. Stay tuned.